Oh, am I live? I am live. Good morning, y'all, and happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you. Happy Tuesday to you. So, yeah, all that good stuff. I really look forward to doing these walks and going live and talking to you guys. Uh, yesterday was a wonderful live. It was magnificent, very inspirational. I really enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. If you missed it, definitely go check that out. It was very great. It was very great. You know, um, a lot of supporters, a lot of people who's been tuning in have been telling me that that they had been inspired. A lot of people started back walking after tuning in with my lives and everything like that, and it's a wonderful feeling. It's a great feeling, actually. I gotta step lightly in this little puddle spot. So excuse all the noise. The landscapers are out and they're mowing the lawn. So as you can see, the landscapers are doing their thing, and my allergies are going to pay for it. So I have to take some allergy pills as soon as I get home, because I already know it's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a mess. So as you guys can see, I am at a completely different park, and I haven't been here in years. And to be honest with you, I don't think I see me coming back. I don't see me coming back to this park. It looks like there was a water main leak or something, and the pavement is wet. As if I didn't deal with that enough with all the rain in Memphis in the aftermath of Hurricane Francine, which was now reduced to a tropical depression. So as if I wasn't already dealing with that, and I see all of that. So yeah. So this is where I am today. I don't know. Maybe if I feel more maybe when I feel more comfortable, I'm not gonna say if. Maybe when I feel more comfortable, maybe I'll frequent this park. But because I do not go to the same park, this will probably be on the sporadic list. They got these hiking trails, twists and turns, and all of that. I think it's pretty cool. But I don't want to mess around and get lost. Because I can count on one hand how many times I've been to this park in a lifetime, and my lens is very fuzzy, so I'm about to wipe this down some because that is crazy. There we go. There we go. That's better. Shawty doo-wop. My gay count protege. Salute. Salute. For everybody who tune in to SCO, just say no to SCO. Of course, y'all know I keep up with the gay counts. I kind of started that up because I don't know when SCO gets caught on that subject, they come flowing out. They flow out like a faucet. And because he said so much, I created a counter. And sometimes I step away from my desk because I'm at work when he goes live. And I may miss a count or two. And I got some backup. Shawty doo-wop is my backup. in case I miss a couple of gay counts. Oh boy. When I say that whole episode with the Shannon Sharpe live and the way he was going, he was making my brain short circuit. I was like, wait a minute, SCO. Stall me out. I can't keep up. You back to 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 back. Sheesh. You're killing me, Smalls. He wasn't playing. So this is a pavilion at this park. It's pretty cool. So Martin Luther King Riverside Park, that's where I am. And it's pretty much like, it looks like Olive Branch Park to me to a degree, minus all the other amenities that Olive Branch Park has. And like I said earlier, they are mowing the lawn and my allergies are going to pay for all of that. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. So as soon as I get home, I got to take my allergy medicine because this is not going to be good. All of the grass and dirt, dust, and debris. Ow. Ow. I'm going to have to take some elderberry tea too. Shoot. And already, I'm feeling it already. Just tragic. Just tragic. I want to say that's not the water. I take that a lot back. This here, some type of refinery, I think. Something. Because this park is smack dab in South Memphis. And that's where all the plants and stuff are. Right over there off of, straight off Mallory. I want to say they call it President's Island. Don't give me the line to you. But yeah. So that's all of that. And you got all of this beautiful park, and then you got all that stuff over there. That junk is loud too. Dang. That junk is loud. I mean, it is loud. I can't even hear myself talk. I know I'm way off the track, trying to take a detour away from that walkway where that leak was. Thank you, Shawty Doo-Wop. And his birthday today is the 17th. His birthday is in 11 days. So he would have been 41. I'm not 41. He would have been 40 on the 28th. So my family and I are, coming, thinking of what to do to celebrate. And we're thinking about doing a balloon release at the cemetery where our parents are buried. And I will have his urn there, and we'll do a tribute to him, and followed by a balloon release. So yeah. Ooh wee. I gotta find a better way to get back on that trail. Sheesh. I hate walking up hills. And my trainer worked the hell out of my legs yesterday. So I'm feeling yesterday, and now I'm wheezing going up that doggone hill. Hey, Miss Pooh. Thank you for swinging through. Woo! So we got that little lake here at this park. Can't wait till I get home so I can take my allergy pill. Yeah, that's not gonna be good. And just my luck, I come to this park and the landscapers are out. Just tragic. Just tragic. But this is a nice view though. I really see me staying on this trail, honestly. And circling around the lake. What is this? Maybe a quarter mile? I hate quarter mile trails. But I chose to come here, so I gotta see it through. And look at that hill down there. Steep. Steep hill. Very steep. That breeze felt good though. And I am hungry. So I'm detoxing this week. This keto detox. And every quarter I do a detox where I go on ahead and really? Wait a minute. Hold up. You know my brother? I actually know you. Because that was where we grew up. We lived on we stayed on Parker Street. On the side of Kirby, not on the Railton side. But we grew up on Parker and Hope. And so I'm pretty much assuming you know where he died too, right? Man, this is a small world. That is crazy. I am speechless right now. I know one thing. When he did pass, when he passed, I seen so many folks I ain't seen in a long time. I showed some folks that knew me, and I didn't know them. Folks that remembered me, and I swear to God, I didn't remember them. I'm like, hey, I don't think I know you, but you look familiar. Wow. But yeah, but that was where we stayed. We stayed on Parker, off Kirby Avenue, and Hope. That was where we stayed. And our house at the time, it was like a pink house with burgundy shutters, like right there, like it wasn't really a cove, but the street kind of turned like a cove. And that was where we are. That was where we were, I should say. When my mom passed, we stayed in the house like a year longer, and my dad was unable to live comfortably after making payments, and he decided to let the house go. I was only able to pay so much because of course I wasn't really making no money at the time at Fed. But that's crazy. That's crazy. All I can say is wow. You stay on Hope. Okay. But question is, do I actually know you? I mean, I know you now because of Skull Gang, but as far as personally ever crossing paths or anything like that. Okay, you from Detroit. Okay. Well, he died on South Highland, the street right over. At that house at I want to say that's South Highland and Kirby. Right before you get to Hester. He died in that house right there. So I get that. I get like a bevy of phone calls that day. People asking me what happened. I didn't know nothing. And I'm like calling my sisters, trying to see if they heard anything, looking all over Facebook, because I was told that someone had made a post and I couldn't find it. And then his ex called me on Messenger and said, Toya, they found Mario in the house on South Highland. Man. And I asked her, you know, if he was still there. So they had just got there and found him and determined him dead, practically DOA. I forgot what my friend described, called that situation. But hey, there's a little tiny frog. Hello, frog. But yeah, they found him dead in that house, on the floor in front, on the floor by the front door. But yeah, I got that call and I asked if, you know, if his body was still there, how long has it been? And I threw everything on and I sped all the way to my old neighborhood. That was where we grew up. That was our old neighborhood. And so when I got there to the house, I saw like 3 squad cars, and I jumped out and put my purse in the trunk, and you know, and I ran and, you know, asked them questions, and you know, told them that was my brother in that house. And of course, you know, preliminary scenes like that, they initially treat it as a crime scene when they come across the DOA, until the investigator gets there and the medical examiner gets there. And so they told me that the only thing they could do is confirm that yes, there's a body inside and they're treating it as a crime scene. And I asked if it was possible if I could see him. They told me no, because they had to wait till the investigator gets there, and if he gives the okay, then I probably would be able to see him. But they found him and confirmed him dead at 2:45. His body didn't get picked up until damn near 6 o'clock. So we were out there for hours. Because of course they have other calls ahead of him, and yeah, and so the investigator got there and I gave my statements. I actually rewind all the way back. I asked the police officer, because he said that it was a crime scene, and I asked him, how bad is it, you know, as far as his condition, you know, because one, you know, how long he's been in there, was there signs of foul play, and he said it wasn't bad. So I said, okay, so there was no signs of foul play. He didn't get shot or nothing like that. So, and then my other suspicion, this motherfucker done got a hold to some bad shit and it took him out. And yeah, South Highland's the next street over from Hope. Yeah. So if you said you stay on Hope, so if you make that left and follow that curb, and that house is like not straight ahead, but the house to the right of it. And I don't know if you know the Blues, Toya Blue, I forgot her brother name, but those two houses. Yeah. And that house to the right, I want to say is a trap house. Because after his visitation, Miss Blue had let somebody know that we was coming over there to get his belongings. And when I walked in the house, surprisingly that motherfucker was clean. That was the first thing that I was surprised about. Surprised that the house was clean. I mean, where he was found, you didn't see no stains, no nothing. It was just clean. So, but it wasn't like a house. Salute from South Africa, salute. But the house, you know, wasn't furnished. It wasn't like, you know, like a residential house, you know. So I take it had to have been a trap house. But yeah. And I found out he had been staying there for like 2 weeks prior to his passing, because he was staying with my cousin. And the thing about it was, my brother, he's a knucklehead, and we, as much as we love him, we wanted him to do right. We wanted him to do better, you know, for his life, you know. But the key word is you got to do right, you know. I would have opened up my home to him, but I got kids. And my thing is, all that foolishness, you can't bring that around my kids. My sister's the same way. We like, look, you know, you got a place to lay your head. You just got to do right, you know. But we gave him money and stuff here and there whenever we could, you know. He loved my chili. I would make him chili and take it to him and all that stuff, you know. But yeah, but he died in that house. And when I got there, I wasn't sure what I was walking in on. I didn't know if it was gonna be like a crowd there, or, you know, the street was gonna be blocked off. I didn't know, but surprisingly, the situation was calm. It was just only a few squad cars, and I pulled up, you know, with no incident. I had showed them a picture of him and gave his age, his medical history, and I even told him that, you know, that he did use drugs. I did tell him that. And if I just be damned, that's the same thing that took him out. Yep. So, and those 2 weeks were a ball of emotion for me, because mainly I was pissed. Because one, boy, you knew better. The fuck? Come on, man. You knew better. But on the other end, you're a grown ass man. Ain't nobody put the gun to your head and make you do that shit. You did it on your own will. And unfortunately, that's one of the consequences that come behind it. Especially when you get it for somebody else. And fentanyl is killing every goddamn body. And never in a million years would I thought it would hit my family. But it did. Two, there were people with him when they all got high together, and he was the only one that died. His shit was the only one that was laced. You said across the street from Chris. Okay. Yeah, but his shit was laced. The only one that was laced, and he didn't know it. And he got sick. And see, I was told who he was with. I was told what had happened. And I was told, and pardon my English, that those motherfuckers left him there to die alone. And there was a lot of conflicting stories behind that, where they said that they tried to get him help. They tried to call somebody so he can get some type of medical assistance. He refused. And then I just heard that. And then the neighbors said they saw him walking up the street, throwing up, trying to self-medicate, you know, going to Macklemore, Macklemore's Market to get some, get a Sprite or some chips and shit like that. And he walked in the house 6:30 p.m. That was the last time they saw him. They didn't see him no more after that. And them same bastards that was with him went back to that house, and they claimed that they knocked on the door and there was no answer. So they ran across the street to the neighbor to ask them to do a wellness check because they didn't have no key to the house. They couldn't get in. And then they fled like the little cowards they are. So of course, until I completely heal, it's forever fuck you to them, because y'all left my brother there. You know what I'm saying? And back to my brother, what made me even more pissed is that you can't trust no damn body. You can't trust nobody. I've been telling him that ever since we were kids. You know, ever since, you know, I was 12, he was 11. And I'm telling him, man, stop letting these folks sing you out. Be your own damn person, man. Have your own mind. Told him this shit. I don't know. You know, when a person got his mind made up, they do what they do. You know, and they don't take heed to your warnings. And unfortunately, because of his loyalty to a fault, he took charges for other motherfuckers and went to jail away from his family. He did stupid shit for other motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Could have got himself killed. Man, look. Yeah. I don't know if you heard of this name, Lewis. But Lewis was his best friend. They met. I know I had to be like, maybe I was like 10 or 11, 12. When he and his mom moved into the neighborhood. And they stayed on, what the frick is the name of that street? But it's that street, right, the first street on Kirby before you turn on Hope. I think it's called Godlet. I forgot the name of that doggone street. But that was where he stayed. And this little nigga was the only child. And this nigga used to send my brother out all the fucking time. And I used to beat his ass every damn time I saw him. Because I'm like, you little bitch, do your own fucking dirty work. Stop sending my goddamn brother out. I ain't fuck with him. I ain't like him. Because I knew he was a fucking snake. And he proved it. And my brother took fucking charges for that bastard. You know, and away for us for 18 fucking months. In the damn penniform shit. Man, look. I'm so glad I'm over that shit now, because I would have been, I'd be fighting mad all over damn again. And like I said, when he passed, I am a scroller. I'm a searcher, so I'm all over his pages on Facebook, and I'm seeing folks saying, you know, oh my God, RIP, praying for his family. Oh my God, he was cool. Oh my God, I just saw him. What happened? Then you got the motherfucker that was with him the night before talking about, man, we was supposed to be spending that cash, some shit like that, like, and man, my dog, tell Pop Sleepy. I said, hey, and I'm sitting there like, you bitch, you was with him. The fuck you making the goddamn post for when you was with him? You bitch, you left him to die. Fuck you. And I bet not see your ass at the goddamn funeral. Oh, I was on straight up demon time. I was on straight up big sister time, ready to fight like I did that day I was 12. I didn't give a fuck. I was ready to fight everything. Niggas, bitches, I was ready to fight. Because y'all didn't mean, they didn't mean my brother no goddamn good. And that was the reason why they didn't fuck with me, because I ain't fuck with them. And me, if you ain't right, I ain't fucking with you. Point blank period. And they wasn't right. Right. And see, and that's how I was. I stayed to myself and I stayed out the way. I wasn't involved in none of that bullshit. You know. It was good to see the Davis family. I hadn't seen them in a long time. They came and supported to the visitation and the funeral. But yeah. But none of these motherfuckers showed up to the funeral, of course. Or the visitation, of course. And then another thing that pissed me off. My brother died on that Friday. That Saturday, I get tagged in a post asking if it's okay if they can do a balloon release that Sunday. And I sat on it and I'm sitting here like, bitch, it's too soon. It's too fucking soon. You know what I'm saying? We don't even know if it's fucking him or not. You know what I'm saying? Because they couldn't tell us nothing, and we had to wait for the medical examiner. Hell, we don't even know if it's fucking him or not. Honestly, I was still in denial and was waiting on him to call me in his fashion whenever he's confused about something. Even though when they rolled his body out the house and I saw the outline of his belly, I knew it was him, but still in the back of my mind, like, nigga, I just hope you hiding. Nigga, call me. And like, hey, man, the fuck they mean I'm dead? I ain't dead. Man, I ran shit, you know, something like that. But I never got that call. And when I called the medical examiner that Monday, she said it right off the rip. They confirmed that it was him through fingerprints. I was like, damn. But back to these chicken here's want to do a balloon release. Yeah, Lewis has been locked up for God knows how long. He been locked up forever. And I think he's supposed to be getting out, so he say soon. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, but these chickens want to do a damn balloon, want to do a balloon release at the park around the corner, the O'Brien Park. And I'm sitting here like, man, it's too fucking soon. Honestly, I don't care to do balloon releases, not like that, not in that regard. I'd rather do it like on the anniversary and it's dignified, stuff like that. I don't too much care for doing balloon releases and stuff like that, you know, when somebody dies. And on top of that, I don't fuck with y'all. So why the fuck would I want to be around y'all? And why the fuck would I want to give you my fucking blessing to honor my fucking brother? Where the fuck were y'all when he was in that house? That's where my head was at. That was where my head was at. Fuck all of that. And so I finally commented and I said, I'll check on my sisters and see where their head is at. Because I wasn't feeling it. And then the comment that really sent me. She asked, well, if not, can we still do it as his extended family? As his motherfucking what? As his extended family? Bruh. First of goddamn all, extended family is the reason why he fucking died in the first goddamn place. The fuck? Extended family. If you don't get the fuck out of my face, that bullshit. Talking some extended family. Man, fuck out of here. Man, look. When I say the entire 2 weeks was let it go, Toya. Be good, Toya. That's in the past, Toya. You can't do, ain't nothing you can do about it no more, Toya. No. Fuck that. My brother should have still been here with his ignorant ass. I wasn't trying to hear none of that shit. Talking about oh man. And I didn't answer. I said, no, you know what? I'm just gonna leave that alone because it's gonna be some shit. Nah, I'm just gonna leave that alone. Y'all carry on with y'all ratchet ass festivities, but keep me and my family the fuck out of it. And so they had it set for that Sunday, but it rained. I said, look at God. And I think it rained again that Monday and that Tuesday, I want to say. They went on ahead and had it anyway, and it was like, we still gonna have it. If whoever want to come, y'all can come. Please leave the drama at home. I said, So she want to be subliminal. Leave the drama at home. First of all, I wasn't gonna show the fuck up, so you ain't had to worry about that. I wasn't coming no goddamn way. I gotta work. And on top of that, I'm exhausted going back and forth to the funeral home, writing out his obituary, looking up urns and picking out his clothes. The shit is exhausting. If you ever had to bury anybody, I'm letting you know now it is exhausting, especially if the death is sudden. Thankfully, we had a policy for him that my mother kept before she passed, and my sister kept up with it. So after everything was said and done, we were able to afford the ceremony, and we opted to cremate him because if we were to bury him, it was gonna put us a little over. So we cremated him, and his remains are at my house. But yeah, that entire 2 weeks was hell. And it actually knocked me off of my journey big time because I had gained 20 pounds in that span of 2 weeks. I gained 20 pounds because of the stress, the emotion, the sleep deprivation, just all of that shit. I gained 20 pounds. Yeah. But now I'm back on my shit, and I pray that life takes it a little easy, just a little easy, you know. And if not, then God give me the serenity, you know, to accept the things that I can't change, you know, and also give me the strength to keep a sound mind and focus, you know. Yeah, man. Talking about extended family. Baby, like I said, oh, and the audacity don't end there. Oh, the audacity does not end there. So aside from the family drama and stuff like that we were able to get past and stuff like that, the funeral went great. I delivered the eulogy, and there wasn't a dry eye in the building when I got down, because of course I was speaking from the heart, and what it meant to me to be my brother's keeper. And when he passed, that was what kept ringing in my head. Am I my brother's keeper? When that Monday I had to call the medical examiner to get the confirmation and release his body. And my sister told me that because I was the first one on the scene, they listed me as the next of kin. So I pretty much had to get all of his affairs in order, as well as my oldest sister. So I had to release his body, and I had got the confirmation and everything like that. And when my sister told me that, I just laughed, and I was like, I said, it's crazy. Even in death, I'm still doing shit for him. Because growing up, he would get into mischief and blame me. I would get in trouble. He had homework. I had to help him. When he was out of school, because my brother had asthma. So when he was out of school, I had to forge the excuse for him to take to the school. So all of this stuff I had to do. Oh, and even when he was incarcerated, both times when he was at 201 and the Pentaform, and when he was at 201, the first time I was the one that went and visited him every Friday. I went and visited him every Friday evening. My mom, she couldn't bear it. You know, she couldn't bear to see her son, you know, behind that glass like a caged animal. My sisters couldn't bear it. But me, I've always been the iron will. So I went and visited him, and we talked, and I would come home and I would report back to you go by Little Twin in the hood. Okay. When I say I haven't been there, I only go by the hood, you know, sporadically. If I'm in the area, I'll drive through, you know, just to look at the house that we grew up in. Cause that house now, and you know the house when you see it, it's 3467 Parker. And some Mexicans live in that house now. And they have a chain link fence around the yard. And the yard is concrete. So you definitely know the house when you see it. Right there in the center. That was the house we grew up in. But that house didn't look nothing like that when we stayed in it. And it's depressing. It's depressing to me because we got so many memories in that house, you know, growing up, family coming over, you know, that are long gone. Of course, my mom, she passed in that house. daddy, he passed away in 2021 at Methodist University. So, and honestly, Mario had a broken heart. I can definitely say that he had a broken heart because he didn't cope well with mama's death. Despite us telling him, like, look, you gotta get yourself together, bro. You know, because mama wouldn't wanted that. You gotta get yourself together. But, you know, so he didn't handle that too well. And I think that he remained in that neighborhood. I guess that was like his way of being close to mama, because mama died in that house. And our neighbor, Miss Betty, rest her soul, you know, because he kind of had an episode, and we had to, you know, rush to him. And she was saying that that the people that lived in the house were about to call the police on him, because there were times where he would stand there in front of the house and just stare at it. And they didn't know why. They didn't understand why. And was trying to get him to leave and threatened to call the police. And my neighbor, Miss Betty, she came out and she told them what happened, and they said, oh, okay. So, you know, and you know, and they showed him grace. But the way I looked at it, he died where his heart was. And his heart was in that neighborhood because that's where mama took her last breath, in that house, in that neighborhood. And honestly, we all still feel it. We all kind of drive through sporadically, you know, just to, you know, me, of course, that was my neighborhood. You know, I played in the neighborhood, I fought in the neighborhood, I walked in the neighborhood. You know, I had my little friends there before they moved away, and then I just stayed to myself. But that was home for 30 years of my life. You know, that was home. And in 2014, I moved because the daddy had sold the house, and, you know, we were letting the house go. So, and it took my sister a while to release that house, because, like I said, in that house, there are memories in that house. And I told her that mama told me that if something were to happen to my dad before her, that she was gonna let the house go, because she wasn't happy anymore. The neighborhood isn't what it used to be, and it was going downhill. And she was right. You know, it wasn't the neighborhood that she initially moved in when he and I were babies. So, and she wanted to live in a senior citizen high rise and enjoy her retirement, you know, her golden years, you know. But the ironic thing about it was she would always tell me, you and your brother. And I'm like, first of all, why it gotta be me and my brother? You ain't gotta worry about me. I'm gonna be fine. That's what I would always tell her. But every time she would have those conversations, it'd be you and your brother. And I was like, man, why me? Like, he a grown man. And now his remains are at my house. His ashes are at my house. So it winded up being me and my brother after all. Oh boy. Life is funny like that sometimes, I swear. But yeah. But back to the funeral, like I said, everything went well at the funeral and stuff like that. And of course, I wrote out his obituary, and I delivered the eulogy at his funeral. So, funeral's over. The next day, Shawty Doo-Wop, Lewis. Back to that name that you've heard of, Lewis. This nigger in here had the unmitigated gall to hit me up on Messenger and ask me, why didn't I list him as an honorary pallbearer when they were best friends for over 30 years? I'm gonna flip my camera again. I know you fucking lying. You had the audacity, the unmitigated gall to ask me, why didn't I list you as the honorary pallbearer when y'all were best friends for 30 plus years? Ooh, child. Pardon my English again, y'all. I'm sorry. Motherfucker. If you was his friend, you would have took them goddamn charges like a man. You would have took accountability for your shit, did your time, and it'd be over with. But no. You convince somebody else to take some fucking charges for you. Bitch. I know you fucking lying. Talking about honorary pallbearer. Second of all, how the fuck are you gonna pall or bear any goddamn thing and you in jail? Make that shit make sense. I don't give a damn if it is honorary. You ain't pall and bearing my goddamn brother. Fuck you. Whew. Man, look, slow walking guy salute. It looks dangerous where? Here? No, this ain't dangerous at all. It's a park, man. It's a park. Right, Shawty Doo-Wop, none but Mexicans stay there. But now, slow walking guy, I am at a park in the tail end of South Memphis, and it's called the Martin Luther King Jr. Riverside Park. And my walk is done. So, oh, whoo. Starting out, it was kind of sketchy. Getting set up to my car, take my ears out. La 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 la. La 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 la. Okay. Alrighty. Can y'all hear me? I'm connected to my car now. Can y'all hear me? Turn it down some. I don't know if y'all can hear me. Ooh, but yeah. But no, this park is pretty cool. Starting out, it was kind of sketchy because I hadn't been here in years, and I do mean years. But it's pretty neat. It's pretty neato. The only thing, you know, I got my only thing was the whole. I'm gonna have to put this down. But yeah, but my only thing was the landscapers cutting the grass, and I have seasonal allergies, so that was probably the only hiccup for me. But I do want to be okay, and I am going to take a Claritin when I get home. When do I have time to sleep? Well, of course, you know, y'all know I work third shift, so when I get home from work, I get my kids up and dressed. So usually I make it home about 5:45, 6 o'clock, and I left my towel at the house. Uh, get my kids up and dressed so they can already be dressed, and I take a little cat nap then. Um, lock my door. I take a little cat nap then, and then I get them up, completely dressed, and then they go to school. They gotta be at school at 8:15. Then I see my trainer Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, and then of course I walk on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So I get a cat nap there. If I'm chill and I don't have a lot of stuff to do, I'll take a nap in the afternoon before I go pick up the kids. And then I pick up the kids and help them with their homework, get dinner started, and then I take another cat nap before I get up to go to work. And that's usually about 30 minutes to an hour. So that's my sleep that's my sleep pattern. My sleep pattern is broken during the week, but on Saturdays and Sundays I sleep. I sleep. But yeah though, back to my brother, man. I had to call my sister for that one, cause I was like, girl, you are not gonna believe what I just got. And when I told her, she said, I know you lying. Told my nephews, cause my nephews, they were, little kids, and of course they knew him, he was around them and stuff like that, but they didn't know all the shit that that he got him into. And I told him, and I showed them what this man said, and they're like, I know you fucking lying. Yeah, right. I know, right? Like, really? Look, you better be glad that I allowed your family to FaceTime you and let you see him at the visitation. You better be glad I let you do that, cause you would have thought I was security guard at the doggone visitation, because I was up, I was eyeballing everybody, I was watching everybody. Like no, you better not take no picture of my brother, because if he circulate on Facebook, then I'm coming after you. No, we're not doing that. My family, we don't do that. No, we don't do that. But yeah, and so after talking to my sister, and I think that was probably the final. Let that go, Toya. Let it go. And so my reply to him was hello to you too. You know what I'm saying? Hello to you too, Lewis. First of all, you don't come to me asking me no crap like that when you never not once even reached out. You know what I'm saying? You never not once even reached out and was like, hey, Toy, I'm sorry, I heard about Mario, I'm sorry. None of that. But for your own selfish reasons, just like them heifers when Rich Homie Quan passed, was making all them posts and shit, like all them intimate posts and stuff like that, and that was all it was. All them types of posts. Oh man, that was my dog. Oh man, we did this. Oh man, we did that. But never not once. Hey Toya, I'm sorry to hear about your brother. Hey Toya, if there's anything you need, let me know. Hey Toya. Aside from the females, want to do that balloon release, and of course to me that was for their own personal reason. But never not once nobody in that neighborhood that knew, around him, his friends, so-called friends, nothing like that, never not once reached out to us. I mean, they said prayers for his family, but they didn't reach out to me. And you see me everywhere. And not so much in Memphis, but I'm all over TikTok. My shit is shared, on Instagram, on Facebook, probably on Twitter, definitely on YouTube. I was told some of my shit was shared on YouTube, and this is not what I'm sharing. My followers on TikTok, share stuff. So I'm all over the damn place. So it wasn't like you couldn't reach out to me on none of my platforms. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. It is what it is. Like I said, his birthday is in 11 days. He would have been, And so the plan is to gather at the cemetery where my parents are buried, and we're gonna do a balloon release, and I may sprinkle some of his ashes on their grave, so he can, so he can be with them, so a part of him can be with them. And I'm thinking later along the lines, getting some money set aside, put together to put him in a columbarium, um, you know, so that way he can actually have a permanent resting place. And I think about a lot of stuff like that, um, of course I have him, but none of us are here forever, you know what I mean? And so, and I wouldn't expect my kids to keep him, you know what I'm saying? So I want to place him in a columbarium, so he can have a permanent resting place. So that is the ideal. But yeah, that is it. And I've been running. Oh, that's my wrist. My walk is over, and I damn near walked 3 miles. I got the right mind to get up and walk this little last 5 feet. But you know what? I get that walking to work. But so I pretty much been on this mug over an hour. That's how much I have walked, and that is my distance. So I am going to go ahead and finish that. And yeah, so that's what we did today. That is what we did today on this Tuesday morning walk. And let me see my steps I done got 4. So there we go. I have exceeded my goal for today. For those of you who are new to me, my goal is 10,000 steps a day, and usually I bank more than that, at the most 13k a day. But that concludes this morning walk. And shawty do wop, we are going to have to meet up. We are definitely going to have to meet up, because I had no, you a female, right? If you still in the bed, you a female, right? But yeah, all this time I had no idea. That one, you were this close to me, and you know my brother. You knew my brother. That is a trip. That is a trip, Yeah. So yeah, we definitely gonna have to meet up. Yeah, so but if y'all not I don't know if Sko is going live. I'm pretty sure he is going live tonight. He didn't go live last night for some odd reason, which was kind of odd, but it is what it is. We are going to, be in Sko's tonight, 8:30. Just say no to Sko. So I will see you guys there tonight. I am actually working on an extension of the Women of Sko Lingo. For those, if you subscribe to myself, Cream in the Mix, it's Toya, Jamaica Thick, Raven, and we have a show every Sunday. Trending topic. Want to do something midweek, so that way I can that content, and then whatever content during the remainder of the week, I will cover that on Sunday show. So that's what I'm looking to do. So I am already meal prepped for the most part, so I am going to work on some of that content now, because pretty much Monday itself was a doozy. The news of Tito Jackson passing, and then P. Diddy getting arrested in Manhattan. So yeah, so I know that Sko's gonna talk about that tonight. I'm going to cover that as well, in my content, and hopefully have it together by tomorrow night. But yeah, so be on the lookout for that. Subscribe to everybody in the Skull Network. Of course, just say no to Skull, Creaming in the Mix, myself, Latoya, the Lady Beast. It's Toya Baby, Money Taya, Middlebrook, Montreal, Mouthpiece, Leader. Pretty much all of the installments of Skull Network. We all have channels. Freshen up, work on some of this content. So I will see y'all later, and I'm finna count it down in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You a man? I was shit. I thought you was a female all the time. Shawty do, I'm shit. Ah, okay. Okay. But yeah, though. All right, but like I said, we gonna I might have to swing through there. I might got to swing through there. You say you stay on Hope, so I know that area like the back of my hand. But all right, but I see y'all tonight, Coast. I'll holler at y'all. Peace.